This is a walk around on my 1965 Ford GT40 replica. As you can see, it's burgundy with silver stripes. All the Lexan's been replaced recently on the lens covers for the headlights about 2 years ago. Side windows were done about a year ago, so they're nice and clear. The rear hatch Lexan was replaced just a couple of months ago, so that's clear. Bodywork's pretty nice. It's been cut and buffed, so pretty flat finish, very little orange peel. A couple of things to note on the bodywork. There are some small stress cracks here in the rear spoiler and some low spots in the bodywork from the fiberglass just being a little bit thin. Here's another stress crack. If you wanted the car to be perfect, that needs to be addressed. It has been 10 years since this car was painted, so that's some kind of normal wear for fiberglass. Walking around the other side, you'll see again the bodywork's pretty flat, very little orange peel. You'll notice replica knockoff BRM wheels, similar to the original. Let's take a look inside. We have the coin windows like the originals. Custom door panels with grommets to match the style of the seats. Dash is laid out like a race car with switches in the dash. Full set of Get Classic Instruments gauges. Does have heat and air conditioning. Air conditioning blows cold. The compressor and all the O-rings were replaced in the last year. It's been 10 years since it was built, so the O-rings were starting to fail. All O-rings were replaced, and the compressor, and the evaporator was cleaned, so it should be good for another 10 years. 4-point race belts, detachable steering wheel. This kit's based on a race car replica's chassis. Take a look under the rear bonnet here, so you can see how the chassis is designed. The chassis is all aluminum. This is the gas tank, and it's also the frame rail. Extremely rigid chassis. The engine is a Ford 302, built up with AFR heads, pretty stout cam, Edelbrock Performer RPM intake manifold. You'll notice that steam lines have been added to the back of the coolant passages. Those plumb into the Canton reserve tank on this side, with an overflow tank on the opposite side. The overflow tank also vents the top of the radiator. That's to help prevent air bubbles in the system, making it easier to bleed the system. It's got the full 180 headers, the bundle of snakes, an Audi 016 transaxle. The transaxle's been reinforced right here with a mid plate. That's to prevent the transaxle from pushing the gears out the back, which is common when you put more than 400 horsepower through that transaxle. That was a pretty conservative move on my part, because this engine's between, I would say, 350 and 400 horsepower. So that transaxle should be ample strong for this engine. The car has dual gas tanks, one on each side, with about 12 to 14 gallons in each, so pretty good range. Also, you might notice all of the electrical connectors, like on the tail lights, are done in weather pack connectors, so they should be very watertight. Pretty reliable. We'll open up this side so you can see the interior from the other side. You'll notice convex mirror in the door sill. That mirror is way more useful than the little bullet mirrors on the fender. Helps you to watch your blind spots so you don't change lanes into somebody. So that's a pretty good overview of my Ford GT40. GoPro, stop recording.